Imagine this. You've got goals. Big one. Maybe it's building a business. Maybe it's leveling up your fitness. Maybe it's just breaking free from the cycle of procrastination that keeps you stuck. But then, something happened. Your brain betrays you. You sit down to focus, and suddenly you're scrolling TikTok. You want to eat clean, but your hand magically finds the chips. You promise yourself you'll wake up early, but the snooze button wins every battle. And here's the wild part. It's not your fault. Your brain, the very thing you rely on to make decisions, take action, and create your future, is also the thing sabotaging you. Why? Because no one ever taught you how to use it. Think about it. School taught you how to solve equations, memorize dates, write essays. But it never taught you how to fight procrastination, control your focus, or master your emotions. It never gave you the user manual for your own brain. And that's why most people are stuck. They're walking around with the most powerful machine on earth, the human mind, but they're running it on factory settings. But you're about to learn the upgrades. Because today I'm going to reveal the psychological hacks that schools never mention, but that can completely change how you think, act, and succeed. These aren't random tips. They're brain-based shortcuts backed by psychology and neuroscience tools that can help you outsmart your worst habits and finally take control of your mind. If you apply these, you won't just beat procrastination. You won't just stop overthinking. You'll unlock a version of yourself most people never get to see. So let's dive in. Hack hash 1. Outsmart procrastination with a 2-minute trick. We've all been there. You have a task and instead of doing it, you avoid it. You check your phone, you grab a snack. You convince yourself you'll start later. But here's the truth. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's your brain trying to avoid discomfort. Psychologists call this task avoidance when your brain links a task to pain, fear, or boredom. It pushes you to escape. Here's the hack. Shrink the task until your brain has no reason to resist. Tell yourself, I'll just do this for 2 minutes. 2 minutes of writing, 2 minutes of cleaning, 2 minutes of studying. What happens? Once you start, momentum kicks in. You trick your brain into bypassing resistance and entering flow. Think of it like starting a car on a cold morning. The hardest part is turning the key. But once the engine's running, you can go anywhere. The 2-minute trick outscores procrastination every time. Because instead of fighting your brain head-on, you're sneaking past its defenses. Hack hash 2. Outsmart distractions with the one screen. Let's be honest. Most people don't fail because they're not smart enough. They fail because they're too distracted. Notifications, social media, endless tabs. Your brain wasn't designed to juggle all this. Research shows every time you switch tasks, your brain wastes up to 23 minutes refocusing. Imagine how much time you're losing every single day. Here's the hack. The one screen. One task, one screen, one focus. If you're studying, no phone nearby. If you're working, no second screen running YouTube in the background. When your brain knows there's only one option in front of it, something amazing happens. It adapts. Distractions vanish. Focus sharpens. It's like training a wild horse. At first it resists, but with consistency, it learns discipline. One screen, one task, one sharp brain. Hack hash 3. Outsmart overthinking with the parking lot method. Ever tried to focus, but your brain keeps throwing random thoughts at you? What if I fail? Did I text them back? Don't forget the laundry. This is overthinking your brain's attempt to keep everything active so you don't forget. But instead of helping, it paralyzes you. Here's the hack. The parking lot method. Keep a notebook or note app open. Every time a thought pops up, park it by writing it down. That's fine. Psychologists call this an offloading strategy. When your brain knows the thought is stored somewhere safe, it relaxes. The mental load disappears. Suddenly, your mind feels lighter. You've cleared mental space to actually focus on what matters. You're not fighting your brain, you're giving it reassurance. And that tiny shift can save you hours of wasted mental energy. Hack hash 4. Outsmart laziness with the environment switch. Laziness isn't about who you are. It's about where you are. Picture this. You're lying on your bed with your laptop. Are you really going to write that essay, or are you going to slide into Netflix? Your environment triggers your behavior. That's why you eat in the kitchen, sleep in the bedroom, and watch TV in the living room. Here's the hack. Change your environment to change your actions. Need to study? Sit at a desk with nothing but your notes. Need to work out? Put on gym clothes and step outside. Need to brainstorm? Grab a notebook and walk to a coffee shop. Your brain links locations with habits. When you switch environments, you break old patterns and create new ones. You don't need more willpower. You need better cues. Hack hash 5. Outsmart stress with the name it to tame it. Trick. Stress destroys focus. It hijacks your nervous system, floods you with cortisol, and makes even simple tasks feel impossible. But here's something powerful. Labeling your emotions reduces their power. Psychologists call this affect labeling. When you feel anxious, simply saying, "This is anxiety, this is stress, this is fear," calms the amygdala, the fear center of your brain. Why? Because once you label the feeling, your brain moves it from the emotional center to the rational center. You've taken the chaos and put it into words. Suddenly it's not an overwhelming storm, it's just anxiety. And now you can handle it. Hack hash 6. Outsmart forgetfulness with the hook method. You read something, you learn something, and then 2 days later, it's gone. Huzzah. That's because your brain doesn't store information randomly. It stores it through connections. Here's the hack. Always hook new information to something you already know. If you meet someone named Rose, imagine them holding a rose. If you learn a new fact, connect it to a story, a joke, or a visual image. This is how memory champions remember decks of cards, not by brute force, but by making connections. Your brain is like Velcro. The more hooks, the more it sticks. Hack hash 7. Outsmart negative self-talk with the third person shift. We all have that inner voice that says, "You're not good enough, you're going to fail. Why even try?" But here's the truth. That voice isn't you. It's just old programming. Here's the hack. Talk to yourself in third person. Instead of, "I can't do this," let's say, "You've got this. You've handled worse. Keep going." Psychologists call this distance self-talk. It creates space between you and the negative voice, allowing you to see it objectively. It's the same reason coaches don't say, "I can do this." They say, "You can do this," because hearing it from the outside hits differently. So next time self-doubt shows up, flip the script. Outsmart that voice by turning it into a coach, not a critic. Hack hash 8. Outsmart average thinking with the opposite day rule. Most people live on autopilot. They follow the crowd. They take the safe option. But here's the problem. If you think like everyone else, you'll live like everyone else. Here's the hack. When faced with a decision, ask yourself, what would the average person do? Then consider doing the opposite. Most people waste hours scrolling, log off and build something. Most people hit snooze, wake up and get ahead. Most people spend money to impress, save and invest. The opposite path feels uncomfortable, but that's the point. Growth never hides where comfort lives. This doesn't mean blindly rebel against everything. It means train your brain to question default choices. That habit alone can outsmart mediocrity and put you on the 1% path. Climax. Your brain can be your prison or your superpower. Here's the truth. Your brain will either be your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. Left on factory settings, it will trap you in procrastination, distraction, overthinking, and fear. But upgraded with the right hacks, it can make you unstoppable. You don't need more motivation. You don't need to try harder. You need to outsmart the very system that's been holding you back. Every time you use one of these hacks, you're rewiring your brain. Every time you take action, you're breaking free from average. Every time you outsmart your mind, you step closer to the life most people will never taste. Call to action. So here's your challenge. Don't just listen. Apply one of these hacks today. Outsmart your procrastination. Outsmart your distractions. Outsmart the part of your brain that wants to keep you safe and small. Because the truth is, nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody's going to reprogram your brain for you. It's on you. And the moment you take control, everything changes. If this video helped you see your brain differently, share it with someone who needs it. And if you're serious about becoming unstoppable, make sure you subscribe because I've got more strategies coming that school never dared to teach you. Your brain is powerful, but only if you take the wheel. So don't just live on autopilot. Outsmart.
Meet Alex and Tyler. Imagine this. Alex and Tyler are students at the same university. Alex studies for just 40 minutes a day. He sleeps well, plays basketball with his friends, and still ranks at the top of his class. His secret? He quizzes himself with practice questions and explains concepts to his classmates in super simple ways. Tyler, on the other hand, studies for 6 hours daily, stays up all night fueled by energy drinks, and barely sees his friends. Yet, he struggles to get C's. His notes are beautiful, and his study schedule is color-coded to perfection. So, what's the difference? It's not intelligence, hard work, or luck. It's how they study. If you're ready to stop wasting time and start studying like Alex, stay with me. This video will show you how to study smart. And if you're excited to transform your study game, join our community by subscribing. I've got tons of powerful tips waiting for you. Challenge your memory. Wait, before we go further, I've got a quick challenge for you. Think about the last time you studied for an exam. How many minutes of that study session actually felt effective? Be honest and drop the number in the comments. By the end of this video, we'll find out if you're really using your time wisely or if it's time to flip the script. How many times have you spent hours organizing your notes or rereading the same page, only to realize you barely remember anything afterward? I call this the illusion of hard work. The secret isn't in how many hours you study. It's in how much actually sticks in your brain after you close the book. Think of your brain like a phone with a bad battery. No matter how many times you charge it by rereading or cramming, it just won't hold the charge. After hours of studying, you check still at 10%. Research shows that passive studying, like rereading notes, leaves you with less than 15% of the info after a few days. The fix? Repair the battery with active techniques that lock the knowledge in, like a fast, efficient charger. One sec, my coffee's calling me. You should grab your favorite drink. Let's keep going. The retention ladder. Picture a ladder that represents levels of learning. Each step shows how much you'll actually remember. Bottom step, reading or listening, 10 to 20% retention, like reading a book or watching a lecture. Middle step, discussion or interactive watching, 30 to 50%, like debating an idea with a friend. Top step, applying and teaching, 70 to 90%, like solving problems or explaining a concept to someone else. To reach the top, you need active techniques. Here are 3 science-backed methods to study smarter. Method 1, active recall. Don't start by reviewing your notes. Test yourself first. Close the book and try to write down everything you remember about the topic. The harder it feels, the more your memory grows. It's like weightlifting for your brain. Studies show active recall can boost grades by up to 40% for students who use it. Method 2, spaced repetition. Your brain forgets fast if you don't review, but you don't have to review everything daily. Use spaced repetition. Review information at specific intervals to strengthen memory. Example, Day 1, learn something new. Day 2, quick review, 5 minutes. Day 5, test yourself without notes. This works against the forgetting curve and can raise retention to 80%. Tyler could have saved hours if he used this instead of cramming. Method 3, the associative learning technique. Connecting information to your social media experience. Make the information part of your personal story so you can always remember it. For example, if you are studying the mere exposure effect in psychology, which means you tend to like something more the more you see it. Think about an ad or a story you saw on Instagram. Did you notice how you started thinking about buying a pair of sneakers after seeing them in your friends' stories many times? That's the effect. This technique makes the information like a story your brain cannot ignore. When you connect information to your personal experience, it stays engraved in your memory. Here's the real secret. Studying smarter can get you better grades in less time. Sounds strange, but it's true. When I use these methods, I cut my study time from 6 hours to under 2, and went from a C to an A. Back to your challenge. Look at the number you wrote in the comments earlier. Was your study time actually productive? If you're relying on passive reading or cramming, it's time to change. Drop a comment. Which of these methods was your favorite? Thanks for watching. If this video inspired you to upgrade your study game, hit like and subscribe to join our journey to smarter learning. Share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, go master your studies. Have you ever felt like 90% of what you read just evaporates from your mind within 24 hours? Frustrating, right? Now imagine having a super memory, one that lets you remember every lesson or book with ease. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 powerful science-backed hacks that will turn your brain into an unforgettable vault. And the best part? At the end, I'll give you the secret code that can unlock any piece of information in seconds, even months later. Ready? Let's dive in. Hack 1. Active reading. Reading isn't just scanning words. It's a mental adventure. With active reading, you become a detective, searching for hidden gems in the text. Understand the content, then ask yourself, what's the main idea? Or, how does this connect to what I already know? Use a highlighter to mark one key sentence per paragraph. This wakes up your brain and helps the info stick like a buried treasure map. Quick application. If you're reading about the Industrial Revolution, ask, what made it a revolution? Then highlight something like production shifted from manual labor to machines. That laser focus keeps your brain sharp and distraction-free. Now that your brain is activated, let's make things visual and fun. Hack 2, visual mapping, mind maps. Imagine drawing a roadmap for your brain. That's what a mind map is. Start with a blank page, draw a central circle for your main topic, then branch out ideas using different colors. This triggers dual encoding. Your brain stores info both visually and mentally, making it easier to retrieve later. Give it a shot. For a history lesson, draw a circle labeled World War II, then add branches like 1939, Axis in red, and Allies in blue. Suddenly, your memory isn't flat text, it's a vivid, living network. Now that we've organized the knowledge, let's boost it with the power of sound. Hack 3, active audio recording. Close the book, it's time for a voice adventure. Hit record and start explaining the lesson out loud, once using your mind map and once without. This is called active recall, and it strengthens memory pathways as your brain works harder to retrieve the info. Listen back later and you'll be amazed how much sticks. Try this out. After mapping the Industrial Revolution, record yourself saying, it began with the shift to machines around 1760. Repeat a couple of times and your voice will turn the lesson into a lasting memory. After boosting recall, let's see how to make that memory stick long term. Hack 4, spaced repetition. Think of memory like building a house. You don't do it all at once. Spaced repetition means reviewing information at increasing intervals to lock it into long-term memory instead of cramming. Simple example. If you study a chemistry lesson today, review it tomorrow for 10 minutes, then 5 minutes 2 days later, and again a week later. Imagine molecules dancing, and your brain will remember them as a story, not just facts. Now that you've mastered the foundations, let's unlock the ultimate trick. Hack 5, the secret code. Here it is, the secret code I promised you. After using the previous hacks, create a final memory sheet, a single-page summary of the entire lesson without going back to the book. Add key points or a mini mind map. Keep it with you. Whenever you need a refresh, glance at it. Or better yet, listen to your recording. You'll recall everything in a flash, even months later. Simple example, for the Industrial Revolution, write 1760, machines, factories, on a small card. Look at it daily for 1 minute and listen to your voice recording when needed. That's how you turn facts into unshakable memory. And if you want to boost your memory even more, teach what you've learned to a friend to fill in any gaps in your understanding. And don't forget to share this video with them so they can benefit too. Now you've got 5 memory hacks and the secret code to remember everything you read. Try one today and let me know in the comments which one you'll start with. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and take that small step today. It could lead to big results tomorrow. Goodbye, learning friends. Stay curious and productive. You sit down to study, and suddenly your phone is the most interesting thing on the planet. Just one more video. Maybe I need a snack first. Do I really need this degree, or should I just become a llama farmer? Sound familiar? Here's a shocking fact. 90% of students study wrong. They waste hours staring at notes without actually learning anything. But what if I told you there's a way to study faster, retain more, and still have time to binge your favorite show? Whether you're a student cramming for exams, a professional learning a new skill, or just someone who wants to absorb information faster, these hacks will work for you. Let's break down the best brain hacks to study at lightning speed, without burning out. The expectation hack. Trick your brain into studying faster. Your brain is lazy. It will take as much time as you give it. Ever noticed how a 10-minute task somehow takes 2 hours when you're procrastinating? That's because of Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time you allow for it. The fix. Set ridiculously short study sprints. Instead of thinking, I have to study for 3 hours, tell yourself, I'll study for just 20 minutes. Boom! Your brain stops resisting because 20 minutes sounds easy. But here's the trick. Once you start, you'll keep going. Bonus hack. Write down exactly what you'll study in that time. I'll study biology. I'll learn photosynthesis and quiz myself on it. Your brain loves clarity. The 80-20 rule: stop studying like a perfectionist. Not all topics are created equal. Some are way more important than others. The 80-20 rule: 20% of what you study gives you 80% of your results. So stop wasting time on random details. Instead, ask yourself, what will actually be on the test? Check past papers, ask your teacher, look at summaries. What don't I understand yet? If you already know it, move on. Quick 80-20 strategy. Do a past exam paper first. Don't wait until the last minute. Find the 20% of topics that appear the most. Focus 80% of your time on those. Work smarter, not harder. The timer method. Activate speed mode for studying. Ever noticed how you suddenly become hyper-focused when you have a deadline? That's because urgency creates focus, and you can trick your brain into this mode on demand. Try this. The 30-minute study sprint 1. Set a 30-minute timer. Study like it's an emergency. 2. Take a 5-minute break. Move around, stretch, or scroll your phone guilt-free. 3. Repeat. Why does this work? Short sessions prevent burnout. Your brain knows a break is coming, so it focuses better. You avoid the fake studying trap of just staring at notes. Bonus hack. Use the Forest app. You plant a virtual tree, and if you leave the app, your tree dies. Guilt is a powerful motivator. The Feynman technique. Study like a genius. Albert Einstein once said, "If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough." Translation: if you want to learn something fast, teach it to someone else. How to use the Feynman technique. 1. Pick a concept, e.g., how do black holes work? 2. Pretend you're teaching it to a 5-year-old. No fancy jargon. Keep it simple. 3. Find the gaps in your understanding. If you get stuck, go back and relearn. 4. Simplify it even more. The result? You won't just memorize it, you'll actually understand it. Bonus hack: explain things out loud or write them down. This forces your brain to process the information deeply. Active recall, the memory cheat code. Want to remember things 2 times faster? Stop passively reading. Start testing yourself. How to use active recall. Instead of rereading notes, close the book and try to recall key points. Instead of copying notes, write them from memory. Use flashcards, but don't just read them. Test yourself. This method is scientifically proven to burn information into your brain. Bonus hack: the blurting technique. Read a chapter, then write down everything you remember without looking. Then check what you missed. Instant memory boost. Sleep plus exercise equals free brain upgrades. Fun fact: your brain doesn't store what you study while you're awake. It stores information while you sleep. Which means, pulling all-nighters? Bad idea. Getting a solid 7 to 8 hours? Your brain will thank you. Also, exercise boosts memory. Even a 10-minute walk can help you retain more information. So, if you're cramming, take study breaks with movement. Final takeaway, your study cheat sheet. Here's your 6-step formula to study fast and smart. Set short study sprints, 20 to 30 minutes. Use the 80-20 rule, focus on what actually matters. Use timers to stay focused. Teach it to someone, Feynman technique. Use active recall, test yourself. Sleep plus exercise equals free brain upgrades. Your challenge. Pick one of these hacks and try it today. Comment below which one worked best for you. I read every single comment. And if you're ready to unlock your brain's full potential, hit that subscribe button, and let's make studying feel illegal together. Remember, knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is. So go out there, study smart, and make your brain work for you. Until next time, study smart, not hard. Ever been knee-deep in a project, feeling like you're on a roll, and then, bam, you hit a mental wall? 1 minute, you're making progress, and the next, you're thinking, why am I even doing this? Whether it's finishing that overdue report or trying to figure out how to solve all the world's problems, no pressure. We've all felt stuck at some point. So what's going on here? Psychologists call it the stuck-in-the-middle effect, and it's exactly what it sounds like. In the beginning, everything's fresh and exciting. Maybe even a little too easy, like when you start running and that first mile feels like you're winning a marathon. But as time goes on, the novelty fades, and you start seeing your goal as this massive, far-off thing. Instead of feeling proud of what you've achieved, you become obsessed with how much you still have to do. Cue the frustration. But here's the trick. You don't have to eat the whole pizza in one bite. If your goal feels overwhelming, break it down into smaller, manageable pieces. the difference is huge. Every time you check something off your list, you get a little dopamine hit, which fuels you to keep going. You're essentially giving yourself permission to win repeatedly, and who doesn't want that? Let's take a bigger issue like tackling climate change or fighting social inequality. These problems are like a giant, unmovable boulder. It's easy to feel small and powerless when the world's problems are so big. And it's true, no single person can solve them all. But, and this is important, each small action does matter. When you and thousands of others keep going, that collective momentum creates real change. In fact, research shows that while a lot of people care deeply about climate change, only about a third take consistent action. So why do some people stay engaged? It all boils down to one simple thing: belief. They believe that their actions, whether it's recycling, voting for eco-friendly policies, or even educating others, make a difference. And guess what? They're right. Small actions can snowball into bigger ones, and history proves that change often starts with just a few motivated individuals who refuse to give up. Now, before you think this is all about passion and heart, let's talk about anger. Yeah, you heard that right. Sometimes rage can actually fuel progress. Think back to the civil rights movement in the US, for example. People were outraged by systemic racism and injustice, and that collective anger helped create the drive for change. Moral outrage, when used correctly, can be a superpower. It helps us focus on what's at stake and push for a solution. Just remember, you're angry about the problem, not about being stuck. And let's not forget about collaboration. Feeling stuck can feel a lot less lonely when you've got people who are in the trenches with you. When you find a community of like-minded folks, your motivation skyrockets. Sometimes just seeing other people take action can give you the boost you need to keep going. Plus, collaboration brings in fresh perspectives, which is a lifesaver when you're staring at a problem and wondering what your next move is. You'd be surprised how much just doing something, anything, can help you get unstuck. Maybe it's writing that first sentence of your paper, going for a quick jog, or signing that petition you've been meaning to get to. The point is, no action is too small. It's like the domino effect. One little action knocks over the next, and suddenly you're back on track. And here's the kicker. When you're tackling these big goals, celebrate the small wins. Every sub-goal you crush, every little action you take deserves a high five. Whether it's writing 100 words or running an extra mile, acknowledging those small victories gives you the confidence to keep pushing forward. The best part? These small wins lead to bigger victories. Trust me, the feeling of momentum is addictive. You start seeing progress, and before you know it, that giant, overwhelming goal doesn't seem so impossible after all. So, next time you feel stuck, here's what you do. Break it down. Make your goal bite-sized and manageable. Take action, any action. No step is too small to count. Find your people. Get a support group to keep you motivated. Celebrate the small wins. Every little step is progress. Keep the bigger picture in mind. Change takes time, but it happens. Remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Small steps add up to big change. The road to any goal might be long, but every action you take, no matter how tiny, is a step closer to the finish line. So get moving, even if it's just one baby step at a time. So what's one baby step you can take today? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And if you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up. Share it with someone who's feeling stuck, and don't forget to subscribe for more motivation every week. Remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Small steps add up to big change. You've got this. What if I told you there's a way to learn 10 times faster, without textbooks, without flashcards, and without even trying? The CIA used these exact methods to train their spies, and today, I'm handing them over to you. Forget boring study routines. These spies could master new languages in weeks and memorize entire files in minutes. And guess what? You don't need a secret handler or a black budget to hack your brain the same way. Welcome to Easy Mode. Step 1. Sleep learning. Yes, really. Imagine this. You're sleeping and your brain is secretly downloading knowledge like an automatic update. That's exactly how the Soviets trained their spies to learn languages in record time. They used hypno-learning by syncing agents' brains to theta waves. That sweet, hazy zone between awake and asleep, where your brain absorbs everything without even trying. Your version. Before bed, hit up theta wave tracks, 4 Hertz on YouTube. Play them while you review Spanish verbs, math formulas, or even history facts. Bonus hack, snap your fingers mid-session. Make it your focus trigger. Next time you're scrolling Instagram, snap, and bam. Your brain snaps back to study mode, and it's like a cheat code for concentration. Step 2, neuropriming, learning in chaos. CIA agents aren't trained in libraries, they're trained in war zones. Gunfire, sirens, chaos. And here's the kicker. They learn better under pressure. Your brain doesn't need silence to learn. It needs to train in chaos to get better at ignoring distractions. Your hack. Set up cafe noise or play background sounds, coffee shop street noise, and add an alarm every 7 minutes. Start quiet, then increase the chaos every few days. Why? Because your brain gets better at tuning out distractions. Soon, you'll be studying while the world is burning around you, or at least while your roommate's blasting music. If you're loving these hacks so far, hit that like button, and let me know in the comments which one you're most excited to try. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got even more mind-blowing tips coming up. Step 3, the 5 sense memory trick. Ever smelled something and been transported back in time? That's your memory hijacking your senses, and it's not just a weird coincidence. The CIA turned this into a memory superpower. The hack. While learning, chew cinnamon gum. Later, sniff cinnamon. Boom. Instant recall. Your brain thinks it's still in study mode. Want to kick it up a notch? Pair smells, music, or colors with different study sessions. That red shirt? It's now your Spanish vocabulary shirt. The CIA even paired smells with memories to make recall explode. Your brain will thank you for it. Step 4, memory palace. Your house is a cheat. You ever walk into a room and forget why you went in there? Your brain is literally mapping the world around you to store memories. And the CIA used that exact system to build memory palaces for spies. Your version, your mirror equals today's top 3 tasks. The fridge equals your formula for success. Your doorway, the key phrase you need to nail today. Each time you walk past these spots, your brain auto-refreshes your memory. No effort needed. It's like using your house as a giant cheat sheet. Step 5, mental download. Learning in 10-minute bursts. Here's a pro tip from the spies. Active interleaving. Sounds fancy, right? But it's simple. Your hack, study one topic for 10 minutes, then switch to a completely different topic for another 10 minutes. Repeat. Why does this work? Your brain cross-trains between topics, linking them together. It's like getting 2-for-1 memory upgrades. Step 6, the week-by-week spy learning plan. Ready to turn your brain into a learning machine? Here's the spy-approved schedule. Week 1, hypno-learning, theta waves plus sleep recall. Week 2, neuropriming, train your brain to focus in chaos. Week 3, memory hacks, smells, colors, and mental maps. Week 4, active interleaving, study multiple things at once. Stack these like CIA missions. Week by week, your brain will be ready to absorb anything and everything without breaking a sweat. Do it for a week and watch your focus, memory, and learning speed skyrocket. And hey, if you start learning like a CIA spy and unlock next-level focus, make sure to keep it to yourself. They might come knocking for their mind-hacking toys back. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. And share this with someone who's still struggling to learn the old-fashioned way. They'll thank you in fluent French. Thanks for watching, and remember, learning should feel effortless, like breathing. I'll start studying in 5 minutes. You're still on YouTube, watching baby goats in pajamas. No judgment, those goats are adorable. But your test isn't going to ace itself. Procrastination is like quicksand. The more you struggle with it, the deeper you sink. Unless you know the hacks. Ready to trick your brain into beast mode? Let's dive in. Step 1, make studying so easy it's hard not to start. Your brain hates big, scary tasks, so shrink them. I'll study for just 2 minutes. Sounds ridiculous, that's the point. 2 minutes feels harmless, so you start. And once you do, momentum kicks in. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain hates unfinished tasks, so you'll want to keep going. 2 minutes of math could magically turn into 30. And yes, that's way cooler than it sounds. Bonus hack. Say out loud, I'm just opening my book. Not studying, just opening. Low pressure entry, big results. Step 2, the dopamine decor trick. Make studying rewarding. Your brain chases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Social media gives you instant hits. Studying, not so much. Let's fix that. Your hack. Pair studying with something you love. Only drink your favorite drink while studying. Play chill background music or nature sounds. Binaural beats can boost focus. Science says so. Light a scented candle you only use when studying. Smells trigger memory. Yep, your brain's got a nose memory bank. This way, your brain starts thinking, hey, Studying equals good vibes. It's psychological conditioning, like Pavlov's dog, but you're the genius getting the treats. Step 3. Use the deadline panic effect minus the meltdown. Why do we suddenly become productivity superheroes hours before a deadline? Stress floods us with adrenaline and focus hormones. But stress also sucks, so let's skip that part. Your hack. Set a 25-minute timer, Pomodoro technique, and tell yourself, I'll race the clock. Studies show urgency fires up your prefrontal cortex, your brain's CEO for focus. Level up. Make it a game. Can I finish 5 questions before the timer buzzes? Yes, you can. Step 4, the 5 senses focus hack. Spies use sensory triggers to boost memory. Why not you? Engaging multiple senses helps your brain lock in information faster. Smell. Chew mint gum or sniff essential oils. Cinnamon and rosemary boost memory. Science approved. Sound. White noise or lo-fi beats keep distractions out. Sight. Use colorful pens or highlight key points in neon shades. Your brain loves visual cues. Taste. That snack waiting after you finish? Pure motivation. Mix senses and watch your brain light up like a Christmas tree. Step 5. Active procrastination. Wait, what? Here's an interesting idea. Use procrastination to your advantage. Instead of fighting it, try doing something productive while avoiding the main task. For example, if you can't study chemistry, organize your notes, clean your desk, or review flashcards. Why it works? Your brain hates being idle. By doing a less intimidating task, you stay productive without the resistance that comes with the main task. It's like tricking your brain into action. Step 6. The 10-minute mental download. Break your study sessions into 10-minute bursts on different topics. This method, called interleaving, forces your brain to switch gears, improving retention. Example, 10 minutes of math, 10 minutes of history, 10 minutes of science. Your brain cross-trains like an athlete. Faster learning, less boredom. Win-win. Step 7. Plan tomorrow tonight. Decisions drain willpower. Plan your next day's study goals before bed. Studies show this reduces stress and boosts morning focus. Write down 3 specific tasks, not vague stuff like study math. Go for solve 10 algebra problems. Lay out your study materials. Wake up feeling like a productivity ninja. Step 8, the power of accountability. One of the best ways to stay motivated is by having someone else hold you accountable. When you share your study goals with a friend, family member, or classmate, you feel more responsible for sticking to your plans. Even better, joining a study group or finding a study buddy can give you that extra push to stay on track. The thought of someone checking in on your progress or knowing you'll have to report back can help you focus and work harder. Pro tip, use apps like Study With Me or join online study communities to stay connected and motivated. Step 9, break the perfectionism trap. Perfectionism can be a major roadblock. Remember, done is better than perfect. Set realistic standards and allow yourself to make mistakes. Mindset shift. Focus on progress, not perfection. Every small step counts. Step 10, celebrate small wins. Reward yourself for completing tasks. It could be a small treat, a short break, or even a quick dance party. Celebrating small wins keeps you motivated and reinforces positive behavior. Idea, create a reward chart and give yourself a star for each task completed. Collect stars to earn bigger rewards. Motivation is unreliable, systems aren't. Waiting to feel motivated is like waiting for rain in the desert. Take action first, motivation follows. Small steps, science-backed tricks, and a sprinkle of humor can make studying less of a chore and more of a win. Your challenge, pick one hack and try it right now. Not later, not after this scroll. Now you got this. Hit that like button if this helped. Subscribe for more brain-boosting tips and share with someone who needs this. Yes, your procrastinating friend who's watching goat videos again. And remember, procrastination might be clever, but you're smarter. Until next time, study smart, not hard. Just 5 more minutes, you tell yourself. Suddenly, it's 2 hours later, and you've watched a dozen cat videos, scrolled through every social media feed, and your study goals? Nowhere in sight. Sound familiar? We've all been there. But what if you could cut your screen time by 80% without feeling like you're missing out? Ready to take back your time? Let's go. Step 1, face the truth, track your usage. Before you can fix the problem, you need to know how bad it is. Check your screen time stats. Warning, it might be horrifying, but that's good. You need that wake-up call. Your hack. Use apps like Digital Wellbeing, Android, or Screen Time, iPhone. Write down your daily average. Awareness is step 1 toward change. Bonus hack. Set a phone wallpaper that says, "Do you really need to check this?" It's like a mini intervention every time you pick up your device. Step 2, use the barrier method. Make it harder to procrastinate. Your brain loves easy dopamine, so make distractions harder to access. Your hacks. Move tempting apps. Hide social media apps in folders 3 swipes deep. Out of sight, out of mind. Grayscale mode. Switch your phone to black and white. Without the colorful dopamine hits, scrolling loses its charm. App blockers. Use apps like Forest, Stay Focused, or Freedom to limit usage. Schedule strict off hours for social media. Pro tip. Replace your lock screen with a motivational quote like, "Is this helping your future self?" Step 3, the dopamine swap. Replace, don't just remove. Cutting screen time without alternatives equals boredom, and boredom sends you straight back to your phone. The fix? Swap dopamine sources. Healthy alternatives. Listen to podcasts or audiobooks while relaxing. Keep a fidget toy, stress ball, or sketch pad nearby. Start a quick hobby. Juggling, drawing, or even learning a musical instrument. Move your body. Quick stretches, a walk, or 10 push-ups. Make it easy. Place a book or puzzle where you usually scroll. Step 4, schedule tech breaks. Yes, you're allowed. Going cold turkey rarely works. Instead, schedule specific times for screen use. Your hack. Try the 30-10 rule. Study or work for 30 minutes, then allow a 10-minute tech break. Use an app timer to keep it strict. Bonus. Set alarms labeled, "Break over. Get back to it." Your future self will thank you. Step 5, make your environment work for you. Your surroundings influence your habits. Create a phone-free zone for focus. Your hacks. Put your phone in another room while studying. Use a basic alarm clock instead of your phone for waking up. Charge your devices away from your bed to avoid late-night scrolling. Keep study areas clutter-free. Less clutter equals fewer distractions. Step 6, social accountability. Don't go solo. Everything's easier with support. Tell friends or family about your screen time goals. Your hack. Join a Study With Me live stream to stay accountable. Create a friendly challenge with a friend. Who can stay off Instagram longer today? Winner gets bragging rights and maybe a treat. Use group chats for motivation, not mindless scrolling. Step 7, night mode. Wind down without screens. Screens before bed wreck your sleep and keep you in a scroll hole. Your hacks. Set a no-screen rule 1 hour before bed. Switch to warm light filters. Night shift on iPhone, blue light filter on Android. Try nighttime alternatives. Reading, journaling, or deep breathing. Keep your phone out of reach to prevent late-night temptations. Step 8, reconnect with offline joys. Remember what life was like before endless scrolling? Time to bring it back. Offline ideas. Cook something new. Meet friends face-to-face. Crazy, right? Go outside, walk, run, or just soak up the sun. Explore a new hobby or rediscover an old one. Step 9, use micro goals to build momentum. Start small. Going from 5 hours to 30 minutes a day is tough. Shave off time gradually. Your plan. Week 1, reduce by 30 minutes. Week 2, cut another 30 minutes. Week 3, aim for a 2-hour max. Week 4, hit your 80% reduction goal. Celebrate each win without using your phone as a reward. Step 10, reward yourself because you deserve it. Positive reinforcement works wonders. Ideas. Treat yourself to a favorite snack or a guilt-free episode after hitting your screen goal. Save up the time you would have wasted to binge a movie or enjoy a day out. Track your progress with a calendar and reward streaks. Cutting screen time isn't about punishment. It's about freeing up space for things that genuinely make you happy. Imagine all you can do with those extra hours. Better grades, new skills, more energy, or just peace of mind. Your challenge. Turn off your phone right now for just 30 minutes. Do anything offline. See how it feels. You might love the freedom. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more life-changing hacks, and share it with someone glued to their phone right now. Yes, we all know that person. And remember, you control your screen. Don't let it control you. Until next time, focus up, live fully. You're trying to focus, and suddenly your brain becomes a chaotic group chat. What if I fail this test? Did I leave the stove on? Remember that embarrassing thing from 5 years ago? Let's relive that for no reason. Sound familiar? Welcome to overthinking mode, where your brain turns into a 24/7 talk show you didn't ask for. Why we lose control? Here's the brutal truth. Most people don't actually control their minds. Their minds control them. hijacking focus, triggering stress, and replaying awkward conversations from 2018 on loop like a broken TikTok. I've been there, staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., mentally replaying every cringy thing I said in 8th grade. It's exhausting. But what if I told you you can shut down overthinking mode and switch into focus beast mode, even if your brain loves drama? Whether you're stressed about exams, stuck in decision paralysis, or overthinking every text you send, these mind hacks are about to change the game. Let's break down how to switch from overthinking mode to focus beast mode, step by step. The 5-second rule: stop overthinking before it starts. Your brain loves to overthink when you hesitate. The longer you wait, the louder your thoughts get. The rule: the second you feel yourself overthinking, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just do something. Stand up, write the first sentence, send the risky text. Doesn't matter what, just move. Why it works: it interrupts the overthinking spiral before it can take over. You can't overthink and act at the same time. Your brain has to pick one. Pro tip: use this for everything. Starting homework, workouts, even confessing your crush. It's like a mental eject button. The thought dump: empty your brain's trash folder. Ever had 57 tabs open on your computer and it freezes? That's your brain when you overthink. The fix: do a brain dump. Grab paper or your notes app and write down every single thought bouncing around your head. No filter. Worries, to-do lists, random ideas, dump it all. Why it works: your brain treats written thoughts as handled. Once it's on paper, your mind doesn't have to keep replaying them. Pro tip: after your brain dump, pick 3 priorities. Everything else? Not today's problem. The 80-20 rule for worries: most of it doesn't matter. Here's the truth: 80% of what you overthink will never actually happen. The mental filter. Ask yourself, what's the actual worst-case scenario here? Will this even matter in a week, a month, a year? What's the one thing I can control right now? Most of your mental energy is wasted on imaginary problems. Focus on the 20% of thoughts that actually matter, and let the rest go. The timer method: give your brain a deadline. Your brain loves to wander when it thinks you have infinite time. The overthinking timer hack: step 1, set a 10-minute timer. Step 2, for 10 minutes, you're allowed to overthink as much as you want. Step 3, when the timer ends, you're done. No more mental spirals allowed. Why it works: it quarantines overthinking so it doesn't infect your whole day. Your brain loves boundaries. Give it one. Pro tip: after your overthinking session, do a physical reset. Clean your desk, take a walk, anything that moves your body. Movement equals mental reset. The focus trigger: build a mental on-off switch. Ever notice how your brain knows it's time to sleep when you lie in bed? That's called a habit trigger. And you can create one for focus too. The trick: pick a focus ritual. Light a candle, put on a certain playlist, sit in a specific chair, and only do it when you want to focus. Over time, your brain will link that trigger with focus time. And overthinking won't even show up to the party. Pro tip: the simpler, the better. Even something as small as putting on a specific hoodie can become your focus signal. The real MVP: sleep plus movement equals instant brain reset. Fun fact: your brain's garbage disposal system runs while you sleep. If you're not sleeping enough, your brain literally can't clear the clutter, which makes overthinking worse. On top of that, even a 10-minute walk can clear out mental fog and lower stress hormones. Ask yourself, have I slept enough? Have I moved today? If not, your brain's acting up because it's exhausted, not because you're broken. Your overthinking survival kit. Here's your 6-step cheat sheet to take back control of your mind. 1. 5-second rule: act before your brain starts drama. 2. Thought dump: empty your brain's clutter. 3. 80-20 rule: focus on what actually matters. 4. Overthinking timer: give your brain permission to spiral, but only for 10 minutes. 5. Focus trigger: build your personal focus ritual. 6. Sleep, movement, free brain upgrades. Your challenge: try one today. Here's your challenge: try one of these hacks today and see how your brain reacts. Comment below which one worked best for you, and if your brain actually behaves, I'll personally reply with a gold star emoji. And if you're ready to master your mind and finally shut down overthinking mode, hit that subscribe button, because you're about to become the boss of your brain. Until next time, think smart, not hard. Ever wish you could actually want to study? Imagine craving textbooks the way you crave scrolling TikTok or watching just one more episode of your favorite show. Sounds impossible, right? That's what I thought too, until I hacked my brain into loving studying. No, I didn't meditate in a cave for 5 years or drink some magical productivity tea. I just used science to rewire my brain. And now I'm handing those tricks over to you. These are 6 hacks that make your brain crave studying like it's a guilty pleasure. Step 1. Dopamine hijack. Make studying as addictive as social media. Your brain is a dopamine junkie. It craves instant rewards. Scrolling TikTok, checking notifications, binge watching YouTube. So instead of fighting it, we trick it into loving studying. Here's how to hijack your dopamine system. Temptation bundling. Pair studying with something you already love. Only listen to your favorite playlist while studying. Only drink your favorite coffee or snack during study sessions. Only sit in your favorite cozy spot if you're actually working. Your brain starts linking studying with good vibes. Before you know it, you're hooked. Mini rewards. Trick your brain into craving study wins. Every time you finish a chapter, eat a piece of chocolate. Get through 30 minutes, scroll for 3 minutes, then get back. Use an app timer to keep it strict. Use a physical to-do list and check things off. The dopamine hit is real. The trick is instant gratification. Your brain needs to see the rewards to stay addicted. Step 2. The one more thing effect. Trick yourself into studying longer. Ever told yourself, just one more episode, and suddenly it's 3 a.m.? We're flipping that script. Instead of saying, I have to study for 3 hours, try this. I'll just do 1 page. Boom! Your brain relaxes because it doesn't feel forced. But once you start, it's way easier to keep going. Bonus hack. End your study session midway through something interesting. Your brain will itch to continue. Just like stopping a Netflix episode at a cliffhanger, you won't be able to resist picking it back up. Step 3. Gamify it because your brain loves winning. Why are video games addictive? Constant progress, rewards, and levels. So let's turn studying into a game. XP point system. Give yourself study points every session. 10 XP for completing a Pomodoro session. 50 XP for finishing a chapter. 100 XP for acing a test. At 500 XP, reward yourself with a treat. A movie night, a fancy coffee, whatever works. Level up your studies. Track your progress like a video game leaderboard. Make a study streak calendar and never break the chain. Use apps like Forest, grow trees while you focus, or Habitica. Turn studying into a real-life RPG. Beat the timer. Race against the clock. Set a 25-minute timer and challenge yourself. How much can I finish before time runs out? Your brain will love the rush of a challenge. Step 4, the brainwash yourself method. Make studying feel like your identity. Why do gym lovers actually love the gym? Because they don't just go to the gym. They call themselves gym people. Your identity shapes your habits. So instead of saying, I have to study, say, I'm the type of person who loves learning. It sounds small, but your brain starts believing it. More ways to brainwash yourself into loving studying. Tell people, I actually enjoy studying. Yes, even if you're lying at first. Change your phone wallpaper to something nerdy. Sounds dumb, but it works. Follow study influencers on YouTube, or TikTok. Your feed influences your mindset. Once studying becomes part of your identity, it becomes automatic. Step 5, make boredom your superpower. Here's a secret. Social media is ruining your focus. If studying feels boring, it's not you. It's TikTok frying your dopamine receptors. How do we fix it? Dopamine detox. Before studying, take 30 minutes away from distractions. No phone, no scrolling. Your brain resets and suddenly studying feels fun again. Use the boredom trick. Before you study, sit in silence for 5 minutes. Your brain will get so bored it wants something to do. Boom, time to study. Low dopamine mornings. Avoid social media right after waking up. If the first thing your brain gets is Instagram dopamine, studying will feel even more boring later. This hack reprograms your brain to find studying naturally rewarding. Final takeaway, your study addiction blueprint. Here's your 6-step formula to rewire your brain into loving studying. 1. Hack dopamine. Pair studying with instant rewards. 2. Start tiny. 1 page, 1 sentence, 1 question. 3. Gamify it. XP points, streaks, and timers. 4. Rewire identity. Start seeing yourself as a study person. 5. Detox distractions. Reset your brain to enjoy deep focus. 6. Embrace boredom. Make your brain crave studying. Try just one of these today and watch how your motivation changes. Your next move. Comment below which trick you're going to try. I actually read every comment. Subscribe because next time we're going even deeper into brain hacks that make studying effortless. Share this video with someone who still thinks studying is boring. They'll thank you in fluent French. Until next time, study smart, not hard. Ever feel like your brain is running on 2% battery? Like you sit down to study or work, but your focus evaporates faster than your motivation on a Monday morning? What if I told you that boosting your brain power is as easy as playing a game, staring at a candle, or even chewing gum? Sounds too good to be true? Well, today we're unlocking 6 ridiculously simple brain exercises that can help you. Think faster. Goodbye, mental fog. Remember more. No more "what was I saying" moments. Focus like a monk, even in a noisy room. And the best part? No boring textbooks or impossible habits required. Let's dive in. Number 1, the 5-minute brain warm-up. Trick your brain into focus mode. Your brain is like Wi-Fi. Some days it loads at 5G speeds. Other days, dial up. And if you don't warm it up properly, your focus will be all over the place. Try this. Before tackling any mentally demanding task, do a quick brain warm-up. Here's a 2-step exercise. Step 1, the 5-4-3-2-1 game. Look around and name 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. Why it works. This forces your brain into present moment awareness, switching it from autopilot mode to full focus mode. Step 2, speed read something random. Grab any book, article, or even a cereal box. Read 1 paragraph out loud as fast as you can. Repeat with another paragraph, but slower. Why it works. This wakes up your processing speed and helps your brain adjust to absorbing information quickly. Pause here and try this warm-up right now. Let me know in the comments how it feels. Number 2, the dual N back game, the ultimate memory workout. If your memory is worse than a goldfish's, this one's for you. Scientists found that playing the dual N back game can increase your IQ and improve working memory. How it works. You see a sequence of shapes and hear a sequence of sounds. Your job, remember what you saw, just heard 2 turns ago. Sounds easy, but it's surprisingly challenging, and that's the point. It forces your brain to hold and manipulate information in real time, just like a muscle getting stronger with weights. Want to try? Just search Dual N Back in the App Store or Play Store. It's free. Number 3, the 3-minute focus drill. Train your brain like a monk. Your attention span is shrinking. Blame TikTok, social media, or modern life. But the average person now struggles to focus for more than 8 seconds, less than a goldfish. Fix it with this exercise. Grab a candle or a digital timer if you don't want fire hazards. Stare at the flame for 3 minutes straight. If your mind drifts, gently bring it back. Why it works. This builds attentional endurance. So when you actually need to focus, studying, working, reading, your brain doesn't give up after 30 seconds. Bonus. If candles feel too dramatic, try focusing on your breath instead. Same effect, fewer fire hazards. Number 4, the memory palace hack. Store information like a genius. Ever forget someone's name 5 seconds after meeting them? That's because your brain doesn't store random information well. It needs a system. The memory palace technique is how Sherlock Holmes memorizes entire crime scenes. And get this, real-life memory champions use it to memorize thousands of numbers, words, and facts. How to use it. Pick a place you know well, your house, school, or favorite cafe. Attach information to specific locations inside it. Whenever you need to recall something, walk through your mental house. Example, your front door, the periodic table, your fridge, the math formula you keep forgetting, your bathroom mirror, your history dates. Why it works. Your brain remembers places better than random facts, so pairing the 2 together makes recall effortless. Number 5, the 20-second dopamine trick. Make studying addictive. Your brain loves dopamine. That's why it craves scrolling, gaming, and junk food. But what if you could hijack dopamine to make studying just as addictive? Try this. Before studying, do something fun for 20 seconds. Play your favorite song. Do 10 jumping jacks. Eat a piece of chocolate. Then start your task immediately. Why it works. Your brain links the fun thing with the boring thing, so studying starts to feel enjoyable instead of painful. Use this trick, and your brain will start craving deep work like it craves Netflix. Sneaky, right? Number 6, the 10-minute thinking challenge. Unlock genius-level ideas. Einstein came up with the theory of relativity while staring out of a window. Steve Jobs took long walks to solve problems. Coincidence? Nope. Your best ideas come when your brain is free to think, not when it's overloaded with distractions. Try this. Set a 10-minute timer. Stare at a blank wall, out a window, or just sit still. Let your thoughts wander, but don't check your phone. Why it works. Forces your brain to slow down and think deeply. Increases creative problem solving. Helps you connect random ideas into something brilliant. Warning, you might unlock genius-level ideas. Don't blame me if you suddenly invent the next big thing. Final takeaway, train your brain, change your life. Your brain isn't fixed, it's a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. Here's your brain upgrade plan. 1. Do a 5-minute warm-up before focusing. 2. Play dual and back for 10 minutes a day. 3. Use the candle drill to improve attention span. 4. Memorize things with the memory palace. 5. Hack dopamine to make studying feel fun. 6. Take 10 minutes a day to just think. Try just one of these today, and I promise, you'll feel your brain firing up like a supercomputer. Which one are you trying first? Drop a comment below. I read them all. And if you want more brain hacks that actually work, hit that subscribe button. Let's turn your brain into an unstoppable learning machine. Until next time, train smart, not hard. Ever notice how some people can pick up Spanish, French, Japanese, like they're collecting Pokemon, while the rest of us are stuck forgetting hello by lunchtime? It's not magic. It's not genes. It's one simple thing. They know how to learn languages, and they use it for life. And today, you're about to steal that skill. And once you have it, you can rinse and repeat with any language you want for the rest of your life. The real problem isn't that you're bad at languages, it's that you were taught wrong, in ways that actually killed your brain's natural language learning machine. Forced memorization kills curiosity. Grammar obsession freezes you in fear. Fear of mistakes silences you completely. Meanwhile, babies, those drooling little chaos monsters, become fluent without knowing what a conjugated verb even is. You don't need better memory, you need better instincts. Let's rewire your brain back to how you were designed to learn. 3 steps. 1 unstoppable method. Step 1. Fall in love with chaos. You can't think your way into fluency. You have to feel your way into it. Learning a language is like moving to a new city where the street signs are in alien symbols and nobody speaks English. At first, you'll be lost, but every wrong turn teaches you something. Your job, watch TV shows only in your target language. No English subtitles, only native ones. Listen to podcasts or YouTube videos where you barely catch a word. Let your brain hunt for meaning. Play story-driven video games where you have to guess what the villain just threatened you with. It's thrilling. It sticks. Why chaos works? Your brain is obsessed with patterns. Even when you don't get it, your neurons are secretly mapping sounds, rhythms, gestures. You don't realize it yet, but the learning is already happening. Pro tip: choose content that's full of real-life conversations. Sitcoms, slice-of-life shows, games with dialogue. Reality beats textbooks every time. Step 2. Speak ugly, speak early, speak a lot. If you wait to be ready before you start speaking, you'll be silent forever. Imagine if babies waited until they had a perfect sentence ready before talking. We'd have 7-year-olds crawling around saying nothing. You need to get messy. Repeat phrases you hear like a parrot on caffeine. Invent tiny conversations with yourself about boring stuff. Making coffee, walking the dog, complaining about laundry. Narrate your life in the target language like you're the world's worst Netflix documentary. Here we see an ancient human, brushing his teeth, muttering to himself in broken Italian. Bonus move: use language shadowing. Play a podcast or show. Try to mimic the rhythm and sounds instantly, even if you have no idea what they're saying. It's not about understanding at first, it's about building muscle memory in your mouth. Sound ridiculous? Good. Ridiculous is where fluency begins. Your new mantra: speak bad to speak good. Step 3, turn it into oxygen. Motivation fades. Habits are forever. Your brain craves consistency, not intensity. One 6-hour binge session won't do much. 10 minutes a day every day? That's how you trick your brain into thinking this new language is part of survival. How to do it: change your phone, laptop, and apps to your target language. Listen to a song in the language every morning while brushing your teeth. Write your to-do list in it, even if it looks ridiculous at first. Talk to AI tools, chatbots, or language exchange apps. Even 2 minutes counts. Make the language unavoidable. Tiny exposures every single day, even if it's just whispering one word on the bus. Because here's the rule: if it's easy to skip, it's too hard to master. If it's part of your life, it becomes part of you. You don't need perfect memory. You don't need a plane ticket to Paris. You don't even need talent. You just need to trust chaos. Speak before you're ready, and breathe the language until your brain surrenders and says, "Fine, I'll be bilingual, geez." Because languages aren't learned by perfect students. They're learned by stubborn, clumsy, relentless adventurers. And guess what? That's you. Now tell me, what language are you learning? And what's the first ridiculous sentence you're going to say today? Type it in the comments. Let's get fluent together. Until next time, learn smart, not hard.